Be honest with yourself. Every single quarter, spend some time on reflecting back on every area of your life. You need to be honest with who you are, where you are, with what you are doing, and what's going on in your life. Every single quarter. Make this non-negotiable. Hey, welcome to one more episode of the Greatness Code podcast. In the past 10 days, I slowed down a little bit. I unplugged from my day-to-day activities and I started reflecting on what are the things that I created in 2024? What are the things that I learned in 2024? And I came up with a huge list. And in this episode, I wanted to share my big lessons, my big takeaways from 2024. And this is related to my personal life. This is related to my business. This is related to my spiritual growth. I'm pretty sure if you listen to the entire episode, you will walk out with so many insights that will help you to win 2025 and beyond in your personal life as well as in your professional life. So without any delay, let's get started. And these lessons are not in any particular order. All right. So lesson number 1, be honest with yourself. Every single quarter, spend some time on reflecting back on every area of your life. You need to be honest with who you are, where you are, with what you are doing, and what's going on in your life. Every quarter, dedicate some time on reflecting back on how are you doing with your health, how are you doing with your fitness, how are you doing with your relationships, how are you doing with your career, how are you doing with your finances, how are you doing with your kids, how are you doing with your parents, how are you doing with your spirituality. Every single quarter, make this a non-negotiable. And if you are really serious, I would recommend do this every month. This should not take more than 1 or 2 hours. But the more time that you spend on reflecting on this, it's going to change your game. And when you are reflecting, the key point here is be honest with yourself. Lesson number 2, treat everyone with respect. The way we do one thing, the way we do many things. Most of the time, we are respecting the people who are maybe our managers, who are maybe our clients. But, we need to start respecting people no matter what their title is. This is like one of the key leadership lessons that I learned. And the moment you start practicing this, you are going to start seeing so many good results in your life. You're not respecting the other person based on whatever the other person does. You are respecting other person because that is who you are. Just think about this. Lesson number 2 again, treat everyone with the utmost respect. Lesson number 3, protect your good name. It will take 10 years to build your good name, but you can destroy that with one simple action. We saw this over and over again in many occasions. So all you have to do is protect your good name. Lesson number 4, don't follow the crowd. You become the person who thinks differently, acts differently. There are so many copycats in this world. Don't be one of them. Also, one key takeaway here for me is elevation requires separation. If you really wanted to elevate in your game in 2025 and beyond, you need to separate from the crowd. You need to start thinking differently. And you need to be surrounding yourself with the people who are doing amazing things. Don't follow the crowd. Just start trying to elevate yourself from all other noise that is happening in the world. Lesson number 5. Spend quality time with yourself. Yes, you heard it right. Most of the people, they're trying to spend quality time with the many other people, but they're ignoring the most important person, that is yourself. So spend some time with you alone. In the last 4 years, this is one of my really game changer habit or ritual for me. Every single year in the last 4 years, I've been traveling outside of the country and I'm spending 1 month without any connections, no social media, no business, no family, just me and me alone. And that 1 month, I'm focusing on creating my bigger future. Me and a notebook, that's all I'm doing it. And I'm not sure it's possible for you to go out for a month and do that. You can start doing something maybe half a day every 2 weeks, or maybe one full day a month. You can go somewhere without any distractions. No cell phone, no family, no work related emails with you. Just go and start creating your future. So lesson number 5, spend quality time alone. Lesson number 6, be so good at what you do that people cannot ignore you. No matter what you are doing, whether you are an engineer, you are a manager, or maybe you are a doctor, create stunning results for your team. Create stunning performance for your clients so they can't ignore you. Many people, they are doing just for sake of doing it. Be like an artist and play full out. That is one of my best lessons that I learned in 2024. The moment you start being that person, there is nothing can slow you down. There is no one can stop you, because you have infinite potential and infinite opportunity to grow and create whatever that you wanted to do. I wanted to repeat this again. Be so good at what you do, no one can ignore you. And lesson number 7, listen really with intention. Don't listen to just respond to someone else. When you are listening to someone, understand what they are saying and also try to understand what they are not saying. Be very intentional when you are listening to someone. This is like a highest leadership skill. Not many people can understand this, but the moment you master this, there is I think like you're going to see so many possibilities in the leadership space. Again, I wanted to repeat this. Listen with intention and listen to understand, not to respond. Lesson number 8. This is my favorite lesson. Shine light on people's gifts. This is very close to my heart. The reason behind my purpose in life is to help other people to discover their true gifts. That's exactly what I do for a living. And whether you are a manager or maybe you wanted to be an executive, your only goal is to help other people to discover their own gifts. If you just master this, the opportunities are going to be coming to you. This reminds me of one of my favorite quotes from Zig Ziglar. If you help the world what the world wants, you will get what you really want. Here, you can replace the world with maybe your team members, maybe with your family members, or maybe your client. If you can give them what they want, they will give you what you want. And the best gift that you can give it to them is to help them to discover their true gifts. Hope this makes sense to you. This is one of my favorite out of all. Lesson number 9, work in sprints, not in marathons. Let me expand this. You can work for 2 hours like a laser-like focus and take a break, go out for a walk and come back and focus on 2 more hours. Many people, they're trying to work non-stop. We are not a computer and we don't have AI. We always need those breaks. So when you are thinking about working for long hours, work on small sprints and come back and do that sprint again. Focus is one of the highest forms of currency that we all have. Everybody is looking your focus, your attention on something. In order for you to get what you want, you need to let go of everyone's attention and focus on your task for small sprint. That could be a 2-hour sprint. Sometimes I go for 4-hour sprints, and those 4 hours are the most productive 4 hours of the entire day. And after that, I'm done for the day. Just think about it. Work on sprints, not on, marathons. Lesson number 10, spend quality time with your loved ones. Your manager, your business partner, your client can find other person. But your family cannot find replacement for you. So until it's too late, prioritize your time with your loved ones. And especially when you are with them, be with them. This is one of the hardest lessons I'm learning in this journey. Mind always try to take in 10 different directions. When you surround yourself with your loved ones, be completely present. Let go of anything, even though you're spending only 30 minutes a day with them. Be there, fully present in those 30 minutes. Quality time with your loved ones, it's a non-negotiable. For me, I'm pretty sure it's going to be for you as well. So prioritize your time and make sure you block that on the calendar. If you don't put it on the calendar, it's not going to be happening. Lesson number 11, read 2 hours every single day. This has been one of my core strengths behind all my success that I created in my last 10-15 years of my journey. Every single day I spend 2 hours on my personal growth. If you are not happy about what you are looking on your bank account, or if you are not happy about what's going on in your life, it's a direct reflection of your personal growth. If you allocate 2 hours a day, maybe 2 hours is too long for you. Whatever the time that is suitable for you, if you allocate that time every single day, whether it's a Saturday, Sunday, holidays, but if you make it, you will really start seeing great results. Your bank balance, everything what you're seeing is reflection of your personal growth. Allocate some time for your personal growth every single day. Lesson number 12, move your body every single day. For me, the last several months, 7,000 steps a day was a game changer for me. I've been very busy with so many business activities, but the days that I completed 7,000 steps, I felt really alive. It could be 10,000 for you. It could be 5,000 for you. Whatever the number that makes sense to you, move your body and also get 3 to 4 workouts a week, maybe weightlifting, maybe, CrossFit, whatever that is available to you. Go for 3 to 4 workouts, but every single day, move your body 5,000, 7,000, 10,000, how many steps that you wanted to do, go for it. Lesson number 13, mental fast regularly. If you are eating a meal in the morning from McDonald's and you are eating lunch at Chipotle and you eating your dinner from Burger King, and you in between you're going to Starbucks and you're going to maybe Dunkin' Donuts to eat some donuts, how is your health is going to be? It's not that good, right? At some point, you feel that I'm getting overweight and I'm putting so much unnecessary stuff into your body. The same way, many of us are feeding so much information to our brain non-stop. In the morning, some people are watching YouTube. In the afternoon, they're listening to podcasts. In the evening, they're reading multiple books. Instead of you feeding 24/7 to your brain, give your brain some time. Just, let it go of any inputs that you are giving it to your mind. Sometimes your brain needs that free time. And in the free time, that is where all the magic happens. So don't be the person who goes to all the restaurants and still think you wanted to get fit. It's not going to be happening. Same with your mental diet as well. Always focus on what are you feeding it to your brain. Unfortunately, many people, they fall in this trap of consuming more. Mental fast, at least a day in a week, that is going to change your game. Lesson number 14, get up early. There is no competition if you get up early. Your boss is not going to be demanding you anything at 5 o'clock in the morning. Your family is not expecting you to do anything at 5 o'clock in the morning. So the lesson here is wake up before your competition and start using that time to prepare for your future. I call this 5 o'clock is my CEO time. Every single day, I'm going to have my CEO hour. In that CEO hour, I practice all the things that I really wanted to be good at it. And for you, maybe it could be 6 o'clock or maybe 4 o'clock, but get up early and practice that. Use that time. There is no competition during this time. And all of your competitors are sleeping. That is where you create your own edge. Lesson number 15. Use journal as your best friend. Over the last 7-8 years, journaling became one of my keystone habit. Without journal, I can't even maybe live right now. That became that close to me. When you are journaling, you are getting so much clarity about whatever is going on in your life. And all you need to do is practice journaling for 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes every single day. The moment you taste this success with journaling, you will never stop it. You can call this journaling is a new way of meditation. It will change everything the moment you master this one skill. Journaling is one of my non-negotiable, and that helped me so many ways in 2024. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be even doing more of this in 2025 and beyond as well. When I go for my 1 month Bali trip, when I go for 1 month my Himalayas trip, I only take my journal, me, a notebook, a pen, and my thoughts. That's all. So I don't know how this is going to be fitting into your schedule, but start journaling on your thoughts every single day if possible. That's going to change your game. Lesson number 16. Remember, everything is temporary. The pain that you're going through, or maybe the struggle that you're going through, it's going to be temporary. You need to just accept that and be fully present in that moment. And some people, they think it's permanent. No, you're going to get the next phase of the journey pretty soon. Be open for that and also accept whatever is going on and tell yourself this is going to be temporary. This is like easy to say, but not easy to implement. The moment you understand this philosophy, the moment you master this, you are going to be behaving differently. You are going to be reacting differently. Everything is temporary. Lesson number 17. Activity versus productivity. Many times I used to feel that I'm so busy, I'm producing so many things. But at the end of the day, I was not at all productive. I was just busy being busy. And I noticed that this is the same case with hundreds and hundreds of other people that I coach. They're busy being busy, but not working on the right actions. Every single day, you start your day with your goal achieving activities and only focus on those goal achieving activities and don't touch anything until you complete your goal achieving activities. The one of the episode that I'm recording right now is one of my goal achieving activities for today. I'm not busy, I'm productive today. I'm producing this content. So the lesson here is don't confuse busyness with being productive. Always identify what is important for you and focus on that versus what is urgent for you. Think about it and you'll understand this. Don't be busy, be productive. Lesson number 18. Do what gives you happiness at least a couple of times a week or maybe a couple of times a month, because there is no point you making a lot of money and you are feeling miserable inside. Always prioritize what gives you fun and put it on the calendar. This is something I'm going to be taking into 2025 because when I'm reflecting back on my 2024, I did not do a good job on this area. I was so good at focusing on my business, focusing on many other activities. But, if I look back and ask myself a question, what is something if you get a chance to go back and change in 2024? Maybe one line. I would have had more fun than I had in 2024. But, it's not too late. I'm going to be switching this in 2025 and making this is one of my high priority. It could be, for you wearing nice clothes. Whatever that brings you happiness, whatever that brings you joy, just do that. Do what gives you happiness at least a couple of times a week or maybe a couple of times a month. Lesson number 19. Don't compare yourself. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. New York is 3 hours ahead of California. It doesn't mean that people living in California are any behind. The same way, wherever you are, exactly where you're supposed to be in. Whether you are in India, whether you are in the US, or whether you are in completely different part of the world, doesn't matter. Don't compare yourself with anyone else and be you. And you playing your unique game. That is one of my, I think, greatest recommendation for you. Comparison is a thief of joy. The moment you start comparing with anyone in this world, you are going to be going into the gap mentality. So don't compare with anyone. Be on your own race and be on your own track. If you wanted to compare with anyone, just to compare with who you were a year ago. Compare who you were a month ago. That's the only thing that you can do, but not with anyone else. Lesson number 20. This is the final lesson. Celebrate small wins. Don't wait until something big to happen in your life. Don't wait until you win $1 million business deal. Start celebrating small wins. Start giving those high fives to your family members. Start giving those high fives to your team members. Start acknowledging small wins around you. The way we do one thing, the way we do every single thing in our life. So don't wait for something big to happen. Start celebrating small wins. That's all for today. As you listen to all these steps, all these lessons, growth never happens in a big leap. Growth always happens in a small, tiny implementations. So I want you to take one of the lessons that you learned from this episode and start implementing that in your personal life. Once you completely implement that, come back and pick the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. That's exactly the way I would do if I'm listening to anyone else's podcast. And again, thank you so much for spending your quality time to listening to this, watching this episode, and understanding all the lessons that I learned in my life in the last 12 months. And I'm pretty sure you got some value from this. And if you can, share this episode with one of your friend, maybe a family member. They will also get benefit from this. Until the next episode, tata, bye-bye.